for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
88% of all people who set out with a New Year's resolution goal failed.
Yeah.
So, honestly, that's kind of depressing. You know, it is, because it's like, okay, you got it's a cultural depressing thing. You've got all these people who are kicking the can down the road in September. They don't want to start getting healthy now. Why not wait until the flip of the calendar? Till that arbitrary flip of the calendar, then I'll change my life. And then they gain another 30 pounds, and then they get to the front of the year and they're like, you know what? Now I'm going to start going to the gym. Well, now you're 30 pounds heavier. Now you're, 3 months weaker in your discipline. Now you're, in a worse position than you were 3 months ago. When was the best time to plant a tree? 10 years ago. Second best time now, right? That old saying. So like, it almost is like setting up people to fail, if that makes sense at all. Where it's like, okay, now that the New Year's come around, now you got to set out some arbitrary goal that you're not prepared to truly go after. You just feel a societal pressure to do it. And I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
So I guess let's just talk briefly about what we do in our own lives to actually tackle changing our habits and like doing things differently. And I'll go first, because this has been something I've been kind of playing around with for the last couple months. And I use that word specifically, playing around with, just out of honest curiosity in my own life. So those of you all that listened a couple months ago, I took on a random challenge to just like stop drinking booze 1 month. And then last month I just randomly chose like not eat fast food, and I was able to execute, and it was fine. It wasn't really that much of a problem. But it's those types of things where you have to kind of come together and decide, okay, first off, can you do it? Are you able? Do you have the mental discipline to do what you are setting out to do? Can you challenge yourself? For example, like Brian is challenging himself right now. He's doing a two plus month challenge that is not for little boys and girls. I mean, it's called 75 hard for a reason, right? So he's setting out to do this not because he wants to get skinny and fit for spring break. No, he's doing this because he's trying to train himself, not physically, but mentally, to be a stronger man because of it, right? You have to find something in your life to go after, to challenge yourself with, because if you don't ever challenge yourself, if you don't ever drag yourself through the bullshit, you're never going to grow.